Welcome back. Internet access is a challenge to some SMMEs because of data prices and connectivity. For most small to medium enterprises, access to excellent, reliable internet is needed for smooth business operations. To find out why microwave wireless access is the best alternative to fibre in areas with no fibre coverage, when I joined via Skype by Farhad Suleman, CEO of SimpliConnect. A very good afternoon to you, Farhad. I must say, it's the first time I even hear of microwave wireless access. Can you explain this to us, please?
Afternoon, Flo. Thanks for having us on your show. Yeah, microwave wireless access offers similar speeds to fiber, but it does not require the use of cables. And it's been around for quite a while. It's just been very costly. And in this day and age, with cable theft and electricity constraints, also with regards to digging up of roads to put infrastructure into the roads, we find that wireless access is a much more viable solution for SMEs and for consumers, and it's quicker to install. It causes disruption to clients because there's no need to dig up roads and driveways. And ultimately, what it is we put a little dish on your roof of your building, and we have line of sight to the nearest tower. And we connect it to the tower wirelessly as long as it's within a 10 to 15 kilometer radius from the tower and there is line of sight. We connect you up and away you go. You can be connected in a matter of hours.
And Farhad, when you're talking about price, obviously, when we're talking about SMMEs, the issue of money is always a concern. Not necessarily, we always find that the cheapest option is not necessarily the best option. But let's talk to that in terms of SMMEs. When we're talking about price, speed, unlimited access to internet, what are some of the best options? You're talking about microwave wireless access. And really, I want to talk to the crux of the issue of pricing.
Yeah, so because there is no need to trench and to dig up infrastructure, dig up the roads, it is a more cost-effective solution. Over the last few years, the cost of microwave, the equipment that they put into the base station, the equipment that goes into the customer's premises, has really come down. And so it's made it really affordable, and it offers good value for money of recent. And some of the mobile networks in the country have started really investing in this. And Vodacom in the last 3 or 4 years has really invested in this network, and they've got a lot of coverage. And that was the main issue, was coverage. It was really normally more accessible to large corporates, and of recent, because of the reduction in the cost of the equipment, it has come down in price, and there are a value level for all different segments of businesses and consumers. And it starts, I think, from 499 Rand a month. You could get an uncapped. Obviously, there is a fair usage policy, but this is something that could be installed quite quickly in a matter of hours, and it'll give you sort of a much better quality of service than having a capped LTE or mobile data solution if you're a small business. And then that gets you on your way. And then as you grow as a business, you can start investing more in your technology, and you can start buying higher capacity, higher bandwidth options.
Do you see this as being the future? I mean, no doubt we're relying more and more on internet going forward. Just looking at our conversation now as we're having it via Skype, we need reliable internet. I mean, last year you'd probably be sitting in studio with me right now. So do you see this really as the way forward and how it will probably be going forward?
100%. I mean, just on our products, they've come down in the last year by, I think, 30 or 40%, just like how mobile data has come down. So, yes, they have come down in cost, which has made them more affordable. And going forward, I think we'll get better coverage. We'll get more access to it, number one. Number two, with the cost, we have to also look at the fact that, to be digitally enabled as a SME, you need to reach your customers digitally, you need to enable your business digitally, and it all starts with connectivity. So you have to get a good, affordable, reliable connection. Wireless does offer that. Obviously, fiber is a much better, having a cable is much more stable, and it's a better connection to have. The problem you have is fiber is mainly in the built-up areas and in environments where, it's in the formal environment. If you are in the informal sector or you're in an outlying area, you are at a disadvantage. And I think that's the big thing about wireless is as long as there's line of sight, you have some sort of a line of sight, we can get you connected. And yes, costings will come down as they have previously with mobile data. From 4 or 5 years ago, we've seen what's happened in mobile data. And I think with this as well, we'll see that, and we'll see better quality of service, which will allow customers to start doing more in their businesses and in their homes. Because we've seen this product actually move from business to home use, and we've seen a big uptake of consumers that are in environments that can't get access to fiber, that want a stable, uncapped internet connection. And we must remember that until recently, most consumers have used ADSL. With ADSL now falling away, that's caused a big issue or headache or challenge for a lot of customers, consumers, and businesses alike. And wireless is starting to fill that gap. And because there's more users coming online, it's actually reducing the cost. And that is definitely going to be something that we will look to in the future. And I think that are so quick to deploy. You know, if you apply for fiber to your home or fiber to your business, besides the contention ratio, a couple of months in some cases. And I think that wait is something that's a challenge for consumers and businesses alike.
You know, while we're talking, Farhad, I'm just thinking, the fact is that a lot of business, and I know we're focusing on SMMEs at this time, but a lot of businesses have kind of cut costs when we're talking about, you know, traveling, for example. You know, you're able to have your meetings virtually. And I'm wondering if that didn't create a situation where, you know, companies, whether it's SMMEs or big companies, have really started to focus a little bit more on internet and aren't necessarily looking to go, let's say, the cheaper route. Are they perhaps investing in more expensive ways of connecting, given that you know, they've been able to cut costs in other ways?
We're seeing that all over the place. With large customers, we have a number of large customers as well. They're reinvesting what they're saving on utilities, rental, office space, and they're investing it in connectivity and security, by the way, because now if you had 10 branches in your network and you've got 50 employees that are now working from home, you in effect have 60 branches that you need to protect and provide connectivity to. So yes, they are definitely looking at savings. And I think what we're seeing going forward is that you will see what we like to term the term that's been in the industry of recent called an elastic workplace, where you provide a hybrid environment for some workers that want to come in and need access to some of the resources in a smaller office building with pods that are focused on collaboration, and then you would have to provide a stable, reliable connectivity and security for other work from home. And the same goes for SMEs. So yes, there is a big shift to that. And what we are seeing is that a lot of SMEs are now starting to adopt not only the connectivity, but also the productivity tools that go with it. And what some of the productivity tools are what we're using today. I mean, we're conducting this interview on Skype, and Skype is part of the Microsoft family. And as a small business, you know, you first need to get connected. And that's why we started on our side with connectivity. Then we offer you what we like to call video and voice or unified communication services that allow you to conduct meetings like this remotely. And then we bring in productivity tools that will help you to run your business smarter and more efficiently and digitally. That could be anything from software as a service, accounting packages, you know, and a whole host of other cloud and security solutions that will allow you to work smarter, basically ultimately digitally enabling you and your business to reach your digital customers across the continent and globally. All
right, it's been very informative for me, certainly. Thank you very much for giving us your time, Farhad Suleman, the CEO of SimpliConnect. We appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Cheers.
All right. Moving on, Christmas.